Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. As you know that it's me, Umar Jani. After a long time once again. Uh, Hello everyone. Today we have a very special and talented guest in our live session. Yuda. He is from Indonesia. He is a teacher, and his introduction is very brief. And we know about himself in this interview. Our main topic is about education system. So, first of all, Yuda, I'm very thankful to you to joining us, to giving your precious time. How are you? Are you fine?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I hope you are too.
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. First of all, please introduce yourself to our audience, giving your brief introduction. Who is Yuda and where would you grow up?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody, my name is Yuda Pamungkas. My complete name is Lutfianto Yuda Pamungkas. Everybody calls me Yuda. I'm really honored to be here, being interviewed by my friend Omar Jani. I don't know if I pronounce his name correctly, but I am very happy to be here. I am a teacher. I teach in a senior high school, and I work as a teacher since 2011. I've been working with students there. I'm also organizing several events. I host the national debating speech newscasting competition, and I also right now are working with the students in my school to promote youth empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and sorry for the lifting this live session because my name was changed and my email and my schemas is between my colleagues and my friends. So thank you for introducing yourself to our audience. First of all, we know about education. What you can say about education? What's education?
I believe that education comes from the word educate. It means that you are trying to help people, to enable them, to make them learn, to make them be knowledgeable. And it's something that we believe to be really important in our life. When you are going to school, for example, you are trying to get yourself educated through joining different sessions of lessons, through doing exercise, and through doing anything. You are trying to seek better future. You are trying to make a better life. You are trying to get more knowledge through those sometimes complex learning. But I believe that when you talk about education, there are so many things to talk about.
Sure, we can talk about education and we can talk about many things in education. Uh, as I know, you are also a part of student advisor. Can you share some detail
Yes.
about advisor?
Oh yeah. Well, I am also appointed as the student advisor, where there is a in my school there are over 1,000 students, and of those over 1,000 students, we have the students council. It's like the students organization, and we try to select the best pack of students. There are 58 under my command, and those students are the ones to organize everything in the level of students. They are working with these activities and other activities too, including webinars and other useful activities for students. They also are responsible for the extracurricular activities, something like basketball practices, basketball competitions among the students in our area. And recently, we are organizing a national webinar, and those are conducted by the students, 58 students of over 1,000 students. So they are the selected ones.
Oh, that's great. And can you tell us about the situation of education system in your country, Indonesia,
All right.
especially especially in the pandemic COVID-19?
Okay. All right. Recently, Indonesia is adopting the compulsory education system where students are given the obligation to attend schools until they are 18 years old. It's a must. It's a 12 years compulsory system. So students will attend 6 years study time in elementary school and 3 years time in junior high school and another 3 year time in senior high school. So we hope that by attending 12 years compulsory education system, by going to those schools, students are quite knowledgeable. They are equipped with enough knowledge. And during the pandemic situations, schools are closed. Um, at the first year, schools are completely closed. But then now everything becomes more accessible because some schools are open. You know, in Indonesia, we apply the scales. That there is level one, level two, and level three according to the severe cases. And most of the areas in Indonesia are now allowing schools to open, but under restrictions. For example, students are not allowed to go to schools for the entire number. Only half of the classroom is allowed, and they are going to take turns. The first half would take this week, and the other half would take the next week. The rest of the class will join the online session.
Okay, Yuda, as you can say about online session and online education. Online education is also started, and you are a teacher. You better know about online education. What you can say about online education system? What's the main difference between physical education and online education?
Yeah, well, actually, when you talk about the online education system, we talk about the use of technology to apply when we are interacting with the students. When we talk like this, although we are far away, I would say that this is a direct interaction because you and I, we meet and we can see each other talking, smiling, and giving responses and stuff like that. So, although it is online, but it is a direct online a system of interaction. But later on, we try to understand that there are other systems with learning, such as the use of WhatsApp group, the use of Google Classrooms, the use of emails and stuff like that. Students are now able to work on with their assignments, with their homework, with their even examination by using technology. Right now, my school is having an exam, a semester exam, where students can access so they access the exam through using internet connection and by using their mobile phones or their laptop. But that's not the point. The point is we try to maximize the use of communication in any way. We try to use WhatsApp, we try to use emails, and sometimes we go, well, the most popular platform in Indonesia would be Zoom. So, students would go on Zoom sessions with the teacher many times. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but someone is calling me. Please continue.
Okay. All right. So the online system comprises the use of technology, and although you're far away, you can still make connections with your students. That way, your students will not get any disturbance in accessing your materials. For example, I try to teach. Today, I explained the conditional sentence. For example, I try to make students think, although they are far away, but they can interact with me. And after having the direct interaction like this, I would give assignment to them. I would give some questions for them to answer, and then they can respond directly to my WhatsApp number. And after that, I'm going to give an exam which they have to do, and they have to submit through the Google Classroom. I've been using it for the past year, and I really enjoyed using the facilities that I get from Google.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Re- really sorry for the lifting because someone calling me and now it's okay. As you can say about education system, online education and physical education, that's great. And my other question about education, uh, we are getting knowledge so about education, and one thing is learning and the other way is education. What's the main difference between learning and education? What's learning and what is education?
Okay. Well, to me, education is the whole process where you start from trying to find out what you want. You inquire, you have questions in your head, you want to know about something, you want to get the answer to your questions. And then when you start doing necessary things, you start opening your book, you start looking up information in the internet, you start to ask questions to your friends, you start seeking help from your teachers. That's called learning. You may learn from everything. You may learn from almost anything in our daily life. Even when you eat and you try to taste new food. I don't know if you ever had any Indonesian food, but you might taste the Indonesian food quite differently, and then you say, this is not the food that I ate. The taste is different, and then you learn that, this is the food that Indonesians eat every day. That's the process of learning. And then the next stage is you try to understand. When you understand, you do things differently. You're not only read books for getting the answer, but you also try to see if there is, by any chance, you could share the information from the book to the closest friends of yours, maybe to your desk mate, maybe to your roommate, and stuff like that. You discuss. When you discuss, you have the scientific process where you can actually exchange ideas. You can try to get new horizons, new perspectives, and the more you do that, you will comprehend. When you comprehend something, when you already become a person who is knowledgeable, then you are not going to easily judge person by how he looks or how she looks. And to me, the highest stage would be when you become an educated person. You try to show that you have the decency, um, for people to see from you. You try to respect yourself as much as you try to respect other people. If you want to get respect from other people, you need to start to respect others too. And by doing so, you turn yourself into an educated person. So education is the whole process, which starts from the inquiry itself, the things that you have in your mind that you really want to find the answer from.
That's great. That's great way. That's a great and main difference about education and learning, sir. Thank you. And our Asian education system is not well. Our mainly students for getting education, they will go foreign countries like UK, US, and Canada, Indonesia. How can we improve our education system, sir?
I believe that there are so many things that we can do together. Well, we have complex problem here, my brother. We have the students who are still feeling quite lazy to even go to school, and they are not feeling confident to speak. They're not feeling fun when attending the class. On the other hand, we also have teachers who would love to be authoritative in the class. Teachers love when students pay attention to them and they just enjoy it. Sometimes they forget that they also need to collaborate with students. Um, I could never imagine if a teacher comes to school in a classroom and finds no students, and that happens exactly at the first period of the pandemic where schools are closed. At those times, teachers should feel really empty because they cannot interact with the students. So a lot need to be changed. The students itself themselves, the teachers, and also the awareness for learning. Some students have the very high intention to learn, so you don't need to tell them to learn, they will learn by themselves. But other students, they have different ideas about learning, so if you don't tell them to learn, they will never learn. So in this class where the students are mixed, especially those who belongs to a different level, teachers need to pay really careful attention. And that's why there is the need of government intervention. There is the need of making the teachers understand that students are not the same, students are different. But it doesn't mean that students are classified into good or bad, but rather students are unique. They have their own abilities, they have their own interest. And that's why teachers need to understand. I believe that everything starts from the teacher.
Thank you so much for sharing details about education system, improving of education system. That's great. I'm very happy and very thankful to you, sir, to sharing some details about education system. And my other question, that's about your future goals, sir. Any person have their own goals for future, and what's your future goal and what you want to do in your future lives?
In my future, okay. I told you that I am working with the young people. I love working with young people because they never run out of energy. You know, they always show energy, even until midnight. Even as the time we speak right now, I am having a discussion with my students right now because we are working with a project. It is 10:30, nearly 10:30 in the evening in Indonesia. Normally, my students would sleep, but they insist, no, sir, we are ready to talk about this project. Now, let's see. You know, students are the ones that people should pay attention on very carefully, because once you ruin a student's dream, then you are not going to make them feel meaningful in the future. That's why my future goal would be, um, make them feel empowered, make them feel needed, make them feel that they are the ones that we can rely on in the future. That's why I'm working on with youth projects. Um, to me, the future goals that I really want to have is, I want to see myself as the project leader for the students. If it is possible, I'd like to have a school where I could train young people, the students, to make projects and to work on with those projects, and to make their ideas come true, and to make themselves as the inspiration. Like I said, I'm still working with the Dare project. I want to make them dream, and I want to make them act. And later on, I would love to see them inspire other people.
Oh, that's great goals, and our phrase always with you to achieving all these in your future life,
I
and have
mean,
a more success in your life.
I
And
mean,
you are really a great man and great. I uh, always I love this interview, and in future, once again, I will invite you in our live session, and we know more about your experience. And what's your last message special for me and our viewers?
I believe that you and I are born to be something. We are never meant to be nothing. I believe that Allah meant for us to meet today for a reason, my brother Umar. I believe that there is something we can do together. I believe that there is something we can work out together. And I believe that I can see the lights of success in our both eyes on the screen. So why not we dream together, and then we act, we do something, and then later, who knows, there is somebody out there who can get the inspiration from both of us.
That's a great message for us, special. That's a very great message, and thank you so much for giving this message. In future, once again, I will invite you in our live session, and I want to say about to my viewers, anyone who have any issue about education system, so please contact with Yuda brother. He is always available for you, and please join his classes. So, at last, sir, where our viewers and listeners connect with you online?
Hmm. Well, actually, there is one thing I would also love to do when trying to reach more viewers, to reach more people. I don't know. I just want to have more friends. And to my brother Umar, Jani, the next thing is that one day I'm going to interview you. I would love to see you as my interviewee one day. Hopefully someday, sometime quite short from now, quite near from now.
Okay, thank you so much, and inshallah, we will do once again in future, sir. So, thank you so
I
much.
mean.
Have a nice, a good night, and take care of yourself. Thank you, sir.
You too,
God
you
bless
too,
you. Thank you.
Arjani. God bless you.